Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Like, share, and subscribe, family. Subscribe to RBG Hebrew 2 and subscribe to RBG Hebrew 4 Live. Follow me on Instagram at Michael 3447. And if you want to hit me in the email, it's blackpower187365. That's BLKPWR187365 at gmail.com. Come on in, family. Get somebody else in here. We just gonna chat this stream. We'll have a nice sit down and a chat with everybody. Hope everybody had a good day, man. Make sure the Bluetooth off. Okay, yeah. But I hope everybody had a nice day. Hope everybody is safe and healthy. Your children doing good. Your mothers and fathers doing good. Your family, your house. What's happening, Wanda? Peace to you, sister. Peace to you. Yeah, it's been a busy past couple days, family. Busy, busy, busy. Not really in my personal life, because, my personal life is like the same almost every week, except for it's exciting every week. What's happening, Brother Eddie? Shalom, family. Shalom. Hope you had a great day, man. You and Wanda, I hope y'all had a great day. I had a good day this morning. I was with kids, and we was doing a youth explosion. They do that every year, and I'm blessed enough to be able to participate and have, a connection with the children that sing there every year. And that was a great experience for me again, man, because children are amazing, man. Children are amazing. Their minds, can soak up anything. I mean, there was they do the spoken word thing. Two of the kids from one of the churches that I closely fellowship with, and I call them people my family. Two of those children, man, they are like the best spoken word people I've ever seen. Like, like standing up, not poetry, but flowetry. You dig it? Yeah, man, I encourage all the brothers that watch my channel and watch the channels that I be on and the shoulders with the brothers that I rub shoulders with. I encourage all y'all, man, to get busy in the community some kind of way. It ain't got to be, you come on YouTube and show everything, but just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it, man. Why? Because we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our communities. We have to invest our time more than anything in our youth. That's right. And the youth are under attack today. I got sons that's coming up, right under 21 and stuff. Hey, Miss Beverly, shalom, sister. How you doing? I got sons, man, and I love my sons, and two of them I'm very far away from right now. They don't live in California, but they're big boys, and I look at the world they growing up in that's, dangerous in its own right, damn near more dangerous than it was when I grew up, and we thought that was as bad as it get, but it wasn't, and it ain't as bad as it get. We looking at this generation, man, addicted to the pills and shit, addicted to genius killers, addicted to shit that will destroy their mind, their soul, their body. Yeah, man. Addicted to gangbanging. And it's something about today's gangbangers that really make me sick, man. I mean, I respect all of them dudes that operate in what they do with morality. You know what I'm saying? There's much morality you can have as a gangbanger, but so your boy's gonna be okay. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. I appreciate that vibe too. Yeah, they're good. They good boys too, and they're not jailbirds. You know what I mean? One of my sons right now, he's a barber. You know, and addicted to money. I love him to death, man. My oldest son, boy, bigger than me, man. Play football and rap and all of that. You know, my two youngest sons. You know, one of them is like the greatest dancer you gonna ever see it. I promise y'all gonna see him on TV soon. Shit. And then my little youngest baby, man, he's such an intelligent little boy, man. And the children that are here that are my children, you know, people call them stepchildren, but these are my kids, man. The kids I have with my beautiful queen, these are my beautiful babies too. Three girls, and a boy. I watched one of them grow up since they was 8 years old, man. She's 20 something now. Yeah, so man, I love children, man. I love children, and I love to invest time in children so that when I get old or when I die, there's gonna be some kids on the earth saying, man, there was this guy named Michael. Mr. Michael used to do this. Mr. Michael used to teach us this. Mr. Michael used to be so good at this. Mr. Michael, Mr. Michael. I want that kind of legacy, you know what I'm saying? That's what kind of legacy I want, you know what I mean? Something that's going to be lasting and real. And so, yeah, that's what I was doing today. And I'm in a great mood because of that, man. A great mood because of that this morning, that youth explosion. And it could have been more people there. But again, when you're doing something good, you don't care who's looking. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm in a good mood because I did that this morning. We do that every year. And I'm so proud of those kids, man. And like I said, man, I challenge y'all to get busy in your communities, brothers. You know, I know all the brothers that rub shoulders with me in any way, and even the brothers that come in the chats. I know y'all already busy. I know y'all already doing something. If not in your own household, you're doing it in your community and your household. And I appreciate y'all brothers for that. And definitely the sisters too. And let me say this before we actually get jumped off here. The sister that I had the interview with the other day, Anuket. That's right, Miss Beverly. Crazy world. But the sister that I had the interview with the other day, Sister Anuket, you know, I appreciate that sister, and I appreciate her coming out in the community. And, you know, people see things differently. You know, people have different perception, especially men and women. And, you know, the God thing is coming together so that something positive can come out of that. If it ain't nothing but learning, it's an experience to be learned from. You know what I mean? And so I appreciate that sister coming on and receiving the counsel that she received. And I appreciate her for who she is. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. So shout out to you, Sister Anuket. Shout out to you. Stay strong, sister. Stay strong. Now, y'all see that smile that come on my face? Think about the subject, man. Y'all see the subject on the way in, the title? The video title. I put them birds on the thumbnail, cause that's what some of our black men act like, birds. You know what I mean? Birds, bird brain size. Some of them act that ignorant, straight up, you know, off of instinct, like an animal, instead of intellect, like a human. And there's a big difference between instinct and intellect, and we finna talk about it for a minute. The title, I believe I put on the title, Do Animals Need Bibles? And why do humans drink animal milk? Now that sounds crazy as a motherfucker, but I'm going to tell you something. You're going to want to share this one and you're going to want to hear this shit. Especially if you're a Bible believer. And especially if you're a man that's a father and a woman that's a mother, you're going to want to hear it. You know what I mean? because I'm going to share with you something called the absolute truth. When you deal with man, I almost went to the ceiling on y'all. When you deal with absolute truth, you're dealing with something that's as empirical and as prime as anything that you can fathom. And I know y'all see that picture behind my head. That's a nice picture, man. All the brothers that got hate Kemet. How can an Israelite hate Kemet and the Lord tell you not to abhor an Egyptian? It's a beautiful picture, man. It ain't my God, but it's a beautiful picture. And it's a beautiful depiction. And that's real, authentic papyrus, family. It didn't come out of Khufu's tomb or no shit. But it's authentic papyrus. Got a couple of them. That one, and then there's one further down the wall. But yeah, man, the question, and shout out to the brother Sarnetta. That's my brother, man. Motherfucker, excuse me. That's my brother. I appreciate that brother as if he was my real brother, man. Real talk. Brother Malik, what's happening, man? You can vouch for what I'm about to say because I think you was on the stream the other day in the chat and you saw a lot of this, you know, what I'm about to just comment on. Yeah, we got to build, man. I'm going to do a show tomorrow night, part 6 of GMS, Rape is Not of the Most High. We're going to do the part 6 to that because we ain't finished. We're going to finish that series, family. We ain't going to just stop at part 5 because they ain't going to stop. They need to stop and recognize what's being said and what the people see. But we ain't going to talk about that right now. But Malik, if you could call in tomorrow night, man, we can chop it up. And you and Miss Beverly and even Miss Candy and anybody tomorrow night, but especially those 3, you call in and we can chop it up tomorrow night. But today I just wanted to visit this topic, man, because so many of our people need to hear this. Like I said, absolute truth. Absolute truth. What is an absolute truth? In a layman's term, listen closely. An absolute truth is something that is true whether you're here or not. Whether your worldview exists or not. Absolute truth. A lot of people that study pseudoscience make observations to this degree that are not backed in reality. Light doesn't exist until it's observed. That don't make a goddamn bit of sense. And neither is the thought that I'm about to show you all. If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around, does it make a sound? That's a motherfucker sitting on the couch too long, fam. Smoking and drinking or popping them damn Percocets and Mollies. And those become scientists sometime, family. Number one, who the fuck care if what kind of sound the tree make when you ain't there to observe it? That's number one, right? Number two, the tree obviously makes a sound. If the tree has mass, it falling will make a sound whether you're there or not. What's my point in saying that? Another absolute truth. And this one, the Bible says. The Bible says, does your unbelief make the truth of God of none effect? I'm going to say that one more time so we could grasp it, because we ain't going to get religious on you. I'm not a religious brother. I'm not. I'm a spiritual brother. Family. How many of you guys have been told any and everything negative about the Bible? Most of you have, especially if you're in the conscious community. And you've heard people blaspheme God, the Holy Spirit, say all manner of wickedness against Christ. And the ignorant of them always make the same mistake. They use the pain to count as the answer. But let me ask you something. When was the last time you crying and falling out on the floor, bawling like a baby? When was the last time that stopped some pain? When was the last time you run down the street with a goddamn lie, a lie, in your mouth, and you spread that lie around like a virus? When was the last time that ever changed your personal condition as a person or as a man or woman? What's my point in saying that? Again, does your inability to acquiesce with the truth of God, does that make the actual truth, the absolute truth, of none effect? Of course not. And I'll show you why. And I'll show you why animals don't need Bibles. The brother, shout out to the cat that I was talking to. And these are two brothers that I'm addressing right now. One of them, I made my comment on side of the show. What's happening? What's happening to Harker? Peace to you, man. Peace, life, and light, brother. Yeah, they stay on the ropes. They need to be in the corner all the time. But these two brothers that I'm talking about, family, one of them I kind of addressed when I talked to Sinetta verbally on the show, and then the other one I was talking to in the actual chat. To Harker. Y'all got to subscribe to Morris World TV, man. Yeah, subscribe to my brother Taharka Bay. But the brother yesterday, we're going to talk about the brother in the chat first, and then we'll talk about my comment. The brother in the chat says, Mike, do animals need Bibles? Do animals need Bibles? My response back to him was, do humans drink animal milk? That sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, when you hear something crazy, please sit down and get your ink pen and try to understand. Animals don't need Bibles. Number one, because they are not you. And anytime you demote yourself to comparing yourself with an animal in any respect is a upfront showing of a psychosis. Real shit. I can understand that the way science says that we are apex as relates to animals. We're the highest, but listen to me. How many animals ever built a car? How many animals ever built a space shuttle? How many macaques know how to write in cursive? Those are simple observations. It's called observational science. We call it in the ghetto common goddamn sense. Common sense. Everybody with eyes share this common truth. No matter how and more you want to direct yourself to compare yourself to an animal, a beast of the field, no matter how much it sounds legitimate to you, you're not a goddamn macaque. I don't care how much genetic you share with a macaque. Listen to me, let me give you this secret. You're not a goddamn macaque. How do I know that? I just told you. When was the last time you seen a macaque play Mozart's Third Symphony? These are simple things, but it's called observational science. What we call it in the ghetto, common goddamn sense. So I proceed to tell the brother in the chat, Did you not just hear me say to you that the Torah says that you and that woman are the image of the one great God? Image and likeness. Spirit and image. The brother still at that point, he said to me, family, you got a white mind. I say one more time. I told him, you are the image and spirit of the one great God. And that book says it. This brother's so torn up in his spirit and soul and his body, obviously, because you got to be a totally torn down individual to speak that low of yourself. To compare yourself to an animal, a beast of the field type animal. I said, you're the image of God. You said, don't tell me that because that's the white man's thought. Let's go a little further. I said to the brother, do you drink animal milk? And of course, the answer is going to come back, family. What's the answer? Don't y'all drink animal milk? And most of the people that's not enlightened are like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Yeah, we drink animal milk, nigga. Milk does a body good, my nigga. I drunk some milk this morning on my cereal, my nigga. But my nigga, you ain't thinking. Just like this nigga here ain't thinking, the brother that was talking to me. Why would a human drink milk from an animal that's way down from the apex? Why would a human drink any milk other than a human's milk? We don't drink milk as grown men. Mike, is you tripping? How are we going to get our vitamin D? How you get your vitamin D without milk? The sun. That should be even common knowledge in 2018. Cheers. Amen. But we have people that will tell you even that's wrong. Let me suck the cow's udders. And you ain't a goddamn cow. And this is our life. We've been trained to think that you're supposed to be drinking animal milk because you need vitamin D. But I said the best source of vitamin D for you black men and black women with hue melanin and this melanin ratio is the sun. That same sun that the book of Malachi says, the S-U-N of righteousness shall arise with healing in his wings or its wings. And you shall go about as calves leaping in the stall, a healthy little bitty cow. Everything African, especially North African, falls up under the understanding of motherhood, fatherhood, familyhood, even the goddamn cow. Google search celestial cow. You'll find the actual backstory of what Kemet deals with. A goddamn cow, huh? Oh, I ain't looking at the chat, y'all. Tom Rob, what's happening, family? Peace, covert. Peace to you, my brother. And so the goddamn cow milk that y'all drinking, how African is that? Because most cultures in Africa that I've seen that really deal with cattle, they don't even eat them. Most of them really don't even drink the milk. Some will drink the milk, but they don't slaughter cows. But how does that relate to what we're speaking about, family? Moore's World TV, what's up? Be more all day. Y'all subscribe to Harkins channel. And I'm telling you, like, share, and subscribe. We're going to talk about it. The cow. That's African, right? Well, we know how the cows are worshipped in some parts of Africa, like I said. But why are you drinking cow milk? That's what I asked. You bond your child to his mother, not to a cow. Thank you, Covert X. Amen. 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 Goddamn. So the truth in that is that you bond a child to its mother, human, not necessarily a cow. You feed the child the best milk that comes from its mother, not a cow. Correct? Yeah. Now, since we have the consensus, let's ask the brother, why would an animal need something analogous to us? That's just as insane. Not just you formulating the question, but that's just as insane as you Negroes drinking cow milk. When as babies, you should drink human milk, and as adults, you should get vitamin D from the sun. So why would you ask me, why don't animals need Bibles? Because of a foolish miniature logic thought that I'm going to give y'all the keys to destruct every time. I said you're comparing yourself to an animal first of all. I said everything analogous to the animal world should be analogous to the animal world, and everything analogous to the human world should be analogous to the human world. Why? Because we are apex. That means the top of the litter, baby. King of the world, top of the world, mom. Covert says the cow is sacred. Yes, the cow is sacred in Africa, but not eating the cow. Not even really drinking the milk for most of the cultures that use the cow as sacred. Here's the point. When someone asks you a good question, it deserves a great answer. When someone asks you a foolish question, it deserves the mirror. When a black man, when a black woman tells you, I don't believe in God. I ain't going. I don't believe in God. But then, they say, why did God let this happen? I said, that's a psychosis. And is rooted in ignorance and apathy. Apathy is the ability to do better and to know what to do, but still do what, y'all? Nothing. Deer in the headlights. The black community. You see the goddamn train coming down the tracks, and you know what to do. We've had decades and decades of knowing what to do. But what do? We freeze up. And not only do we freeze up and not look around and use our past to fix our present, not only do we freeze up to that degree, but we look at God, the real God, not the little g God. We look at God and we say, it's your fault. Chicago is your fault, God. Rwanda was your fault, God. The transatlantic slave trade was your fault, God. Kanika Jenkins, man. If God was alive and was real, why would he let that happen to Kanika? Rest in peace to that sister in her memory. Why your God didn't stop them from killing Zach? Rest in peace to brother Zach. Why your God let the crack epidemic hit America like that? What's happening, my good brother, my dear brother, Hebrews in the hood? Y'all got to subscribe to Hebrews in the Hood too. I'm telling you, you ain't going to be disappointed. This brother here is from Chicago, and Mike Ward is a real individual before conversion and after. I respect you, Mike. Excuse me for calling you Mike, brother. What the hell? You're a new creature. Mikhail. Excuse me for that, man. But we blame God for your mother being on crack. But did you tell all of the people that you said God did all of that? Did you tell them you sold your mama? Y'all just selling your mama rocks and shit. Selling your mama meth. Got your mama tweaking in your house that you grew up in. How about, let me see what's the chat saying. Man, love you too, fam. Indeed, brother. Indeed. Ah, damn. My brother, man. I'm telling y'all don't know. Me and brother Mikhail used to check heads off on Blog Talk Radio. You gonna make me get sidetracked thinking about some of that, bro. We used to crash parties. We'd be in the Google Hangout. We'd say, hey, man, where we going to go and crash the party at? Let's call it in to such and such. Smack everybody in the room with the Bible. Bless you, my brother. Barukata. But here it is, family. If you don't believe in God, what is the psychosis of giving that God the power to rule your world and an actual existence, not only in your consciousness, but in the consciousness of the things that you created? Let me remind you again that the Torah says that God made you the God of this world originally. And it says that you were made in the likeness and the image of that one great God. Spitting image, you hear? But what has happened to you since then? I told you the crack epidemic. I told you Planned Parenthood, hundreds a day, hundreds a day. If you don't believe in God, why ask why? Beautiful comment. Listen, if I'm arguing with a brick wall, family, should I be deemed a sane? Because Lord knows there is not one brick wall that I've ever seen in all my years to talk back to me. Neither one brick wall that hit me. And the Kung Fu folks say, brick no hit back. I'm saying brick don't even fucking speak back. Excuse my language. But how foolish would I be in saying to you all that all of your ills are because of that goddamn brick wall? That's an insane person. That's a mental psychosis. That is not even circular reasoning. That is apathy. Stuck. Not even making a full revolution. Back to the same point. You haven't moved since the fall of man. I said the brother compared himself to an animal. I told him he was the image of God. He said, my mind is white. And I told the brother, what's white about me saying that you are the image of that which is the creator? Leave those pork rinds alone. Because their plans to have no parents in the blood. You don't believe in God, why ask why? Look at your community, every one of us. Every one of us that have asked ourselves, why? Like the brother says, if you don't believe in God, why ask why? But let's take a look at our communities. Let's take a walk down one of the streets in our communities right now. Let's say you come outside in the morning and you look at the corner and you say, damn, it's 6 o'clock and them niggas been out here all night. They selling dope, right? Did God make them stand out there on that fucking corner, selling dope and doing any and everything at night? Did God do that? Did God make Idi Amin do self-inflicted genocide in Africa on his own people? Just kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Y'all got to read that book, A State of Blood by Henry Kimball. Did Idi Amin, was he forced by God to do what he did? How about the Pope? Did God make the Pope and all of these other people look over pedophilia and homosexuality and sexual perversion in the Catholic Church worldwide? Most of y'all would say, yeah, God made the Pope do that. But I said that God created you exactly in the image and likeness to do what? To stand around and say, she did it. Because that's what the story in Genesis said Adam did, the first man. Passed the buck. She did it. And you did it, God, because you gave it to me. I was on Brother Sal's Showtime show with the RBG Hebrews. And I said, psychosis that black men have is this deep. Watch this. I come to you and give you a bed, a beautiful bed, a soft, just wonderful bed. You get the bed and you say thank you. And you jump your ass in that bed and you fall asleep. And you forget to wake your ass up and go to your job. And you get up and find out, damn, I'm fired. And you call me back and you say, hey man, the fuck wrong with you giving me that soft ass bed? But you know I got fired, man. Fuck with you in that soft ass bed you gave me. That sounds crazy, but I just told you we talking crazy. That's a psychosis. That's what the black people have done as relates to the gift of life, the gift of this world, and the gift of your godhood, the image and spirit. You were given everything you wanted. And you fucking fell asleep. And you woke up in 2018 and you saw our sister Kanikins. You saw brother Zach. And you even would go as far to defame them and their legacy as to say God did that. He could have prevented that. But here's the question of the century. The real God only creates matter, creates life, and causes all things to be and upholds those things by his very will and word. But that God is too big to live in your shoes. I said that God is too big to live in your shoes. I said that God is too big to live in your shoes. What does that mean? Only you been in your goddamn shoes. The same shoes that took you to the whole house. You powered those shoes, not God. The same you that's at popping Molly and Percocet. But then when your heart stopped, oh God, don't tell my mama I ain't gonna make it. Why call on God when God called you God and told you to not only control your motherfucking self, but he told you to choose life and not death? I just told you what God do. God creates matter and causes it to be cohesive and upholds it by his word. But you got a choice. Sound like Kanye. Sound like Kanye. But this is the crux of the issue, the thing that black people don't want to deal with. The fact of the matter is, my niggas, we won't talk about slavery. We're going to talk about today. Your condition is your choice. I'm going to bring it close home to you. All of you young brothers that are gangbanging, listen to this. Y'all like to get on the camera and say, man, one day, we're going to get out of this. We just doing this to get out. And I'm saying, okay, get out. Get out means get out of that community, that neighborhood, and or that lifestyle. But when you make thousands upon thousands of dollars destroying that community, why is it that you can't get out? Y'all ain't feeling it. I'm talking about your choice to stay. And your choice, not even just to stay, but your choice to be an apathetic cog in the system. And some people even say, this ain't gonna never change. I give up on the youth. But I said that book that you said is white. It called You God. And with that is what responsibility. What is being responsible? Don't go to Wiki. Listen. The definition of responsible means to be response-able. Able to respond. That is directly the command to man. But what do we do when it's time to respond? The ability to respond, and not just any response, a righteous response, a response that the image of God should give and produce in any situation. But what's the response today? How many are taking responsibility for what goes on in their communities today, even to the tune that they will get up and do something in their community instead of pointing out a God that you don't believe in? I told the brother on the phone the other day on Sonetta, I said, you damn yourself because you submit to that God every word of your hate gives life and power to that entity to damn you. That's a psychosis. That's a psychosis. How many of us, thank you, brother, how many of us are response able? Because that's what make you God-like, outside of the fact that you need to be joined to that woman. How can you be response able in your communities, black man, in your own houses, black man? You can take initiative. You cannot be that word I gave, apathetic. You can walk out of your door in the morning, and instead of you buying dope from the dope dealer, you could go tell the brother, hey man, why don't you do something with your time? And look, watch this. I'm going to work. I can show you how to do this and more. Not clocking in. Don't go tell somebody on the street to give their street money up to go work at McDonald's. But some of you brothers have skills that you could give the drug dealers that would make them lay down that shit. Because you do know you can become a millionaire and or comfortable without drugs. And y'all young people, you did know that you can make the world without bouncing a fucking ball, excuse me, and rapping. You did know that, right? Did anybody tell y'all that? No, nobody? Why is the rap shit the common theme of the day? And then as soon as you get in the rap industry, you prove you're not God, and prove that you need God, and prove that not the animal needs a Bible, but you need a Bible. You need a prayer. Drugs is a weapon of mass destruction and distraction. I'm going to say that one more time. Shout out to Covert X. Drugs. Bible talks about that too. And ain't that some shit? The Bible talk about everything. Teach you about everything. The truth about everything. But the Bible's white. Tell you God created you in his image, black man. You right there in the cradle of Africa, man. The Bible, in its Greek manuscripts, the word drugs is akin to not what y'all think today. Because if I tell you sorcery, y'all gonna think bewitched or some shit. Things that witches do. But again, that's a goddamn distraction. You thinking that a witch is only somebody to twinkle their nose and make shit happen. Those drugs, let me tell you something that I learned when I was in the street knee deep. And not only the drugs, but the guns. Don't you know there's some drug manufacturers that sell weight? I'm talking about weight. They bring in voodoo doctors and they pray over that dope. Shit. I come from Louisiana, my niggas. I used to walk the projects in Louisiana, my niggas. I said, sorcery is not being bewitched and some goddamn witch putting a hex on you. But indeed, the sorcerers use witches. Does that say, love son, says Mike, have you been to Book of Settlement lately? No. Who is that? Book of Settlement. That's from where I come up from. Now you done made me forget everything I said. Who are you? Just tell me your first name. Who are you? That's my home out there. One of my children actually is from there. Who is that? That's all right, man. But no, I haven't been to Book of Settlement in over 10 years. I've been home. I've been there, but I ain't been out there like that. Because even when I go home, I'm not going to the block. I have too many enemies and too much ignorance out there. You know what I mean? No, I ain't been to Book of Settlement, baby. No. Shout out to Sammy Quinn. Shout out to Hollis Hayden. I know y'all, I'm sorry about taking a detour, y'all, but this person threw me off, man. Got me thinking about home. I'm from there, too. It's Henrietta's pecan candy roll. Goddamn. Man, look here. You got to email me. My email, blkpwr187365@gmail.com. Hollis Dexter. Man, look here. Come on, fam. Hey, we got to hook up, man. Hit my email, man. Hit me with your number. I'll hit you with my phone number and email. Don't put it out here because motherfuckers, the malicious out this motherfucker, man. They'll try to hack you. But hit that email. The letters blkpwr187365@gmail.com, man. Okay, cool. Sci-fi know about Louis. Man, wait a minute, y'all. I'm gonna hit you. You hit me tonight, please. Please do that. Man, you done messed my head up. Got me thinking about home, pecan candy and shit. I remember, man, me and Hollis and Shannon Taylor and all them brothers, we was at a party one night at my homeboy Aaron R's house. And this is just a sidetrack, y'all. We're going to get back to the point. We was at Aaron house, and we was, just running the party, me and the fellas, right? We smoking weed, we doing everything, girls this and that, whoop de whoop, trying to get some of the girls to strip in the damn party and all that. And somehow I was sitting by the phone. The phone ring. Guess who on the motherfucking phone, y'all? Excuse me. Aaron's mother. Man, I was high as a kite and drunk. My high went down immediately. How did I know it was Holly's mama? Because this girl named Chantel told me. She said, this Holly's mama. She said, no, she said, this, Hollis. She said, no, this Chantel. She said, this Aaron mama. We having a party. You want to come to the party? I tell you how to get there. Exactly. Goddamn, family. Watch this. I'm looking at her like in slow motion. I'm saying, this girl here telling his mama that we having a party here. We got this house tore all up, man. I know them hamburgers. You go make me get a plane ticket, family. Man, look. I told the girl, hang that damn phone up. I said, hang that motherfucking phone up. Chantel, she looked at me like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? I grabbed the phone. Blink. I hung it up. I went told everybody. My homeboy. Told Ronald Quinn, Shannon. Who was there? Chad. Was Chad Knight at the party? There was a bunch of us, man. I'm telling everybody, man, the girl that told Aaron mama that we here having a rock'em sock'em. You dig it? Everybody tripped out, froze up, niggas running out the door and shit. All the people at the party, they hauling ass. We chasing them out the house too. We trying to get the house ready, back in order, right? We see lights coming. This is like 20 minutes elapsed time. I'm trying to speed through it. We see lights coming up the driveway through the window. First thing in my mind, that's Aaron mama. What did I do? I do what every nigga do when they hear gunshots or when they tell you somebody mama coming home and you ain't supposed to be in their motherfucking house. I started running, ass and elbows. I'm running down a pitch black hallway. What do I see in front of me? Something looked like somebody running towards me. I didn't slow down because I'm saying this motherfucker here running towards me. I'm about to run over him. These people might shoot us in this house, man. The next thing I know, I felt something go across my face like this, and I was outside. Man, I know all of them. Roger, heck yeah. Man, I know that. I know who that is. Hell yeah, that's your cousin? Family, you gotta email me. You gotta email me. Aaron Ard, when you see Ard, ask him the story I'm telling y'all right now. I feel something brush my face. Like I said, I'm running to what I thought was somebody running towards me, man. I feel something brush my face, and next thing I hear, crickets and bullfrogs and shit outside in the backyard. And I felt Michael Varnado. I think that brother's deceased right now. He had his hand on my back and helped me go through that fucking patio glass double pane storm window. That's what I ran through, family. Clean through the fucking window. A sliding glass door. Not the cheap ones that they sell out here and in places where you don't get hurricanes. I'm talking about a double pane one. I ran through it for nothing. Because once we stayed back there for about 20 minutes hiding, saying, man, why ain't no gunshots? Why ain't nobody hollering? We walked back up in the goddamn house. These niggas tripping on me. Nigga, you ran through the window? It's more people trying to come to the goddamn party, y'all. We was that fucked up. Got scared as motherfucking, family. Yo. Sci-Fi, I believe Sci-Fi got my number, and if she don't, tell her to get it from Sinetta, and y'all call me once the stream is over or tonight or sometime, man. You got me, family. I know. Shout out and rest in peace to Torio. I heard how Torio went out. That was my good friend. Me and Torio was friends from the time I moved to Louisiana. Rest in peace to Torio and his grandmother. And let me use that. I'm glad you said something too. I don't live there now. That's good, because shit, man. Thank God we both got out. I sold so many goddamn guns in Southeast Louisiana. It's a motherfucking shame, man. Long time ago. So all you snitches and shit there, don't worry about it. You feel me? That's damn near, when I was selling guns, it was about, that was a long time ago. 20 years ago. But anyway, man, look, let me use that. Torio. Rest in peace to that brother and his grandmother. But did God kill Torio? These fool ass niggas that want to say God do everything and make everything bad haven't. Motherfuckers don't believe in God. It was some fucked up niggas, man, that did that. It was like Color Purple in 2018. Yeah, Torio was a native man around that place where we grew up at. And, you know, Turk was a G, man. And he was into a lot. A lot. We all were. That's partially one of the reasons I had to leave, because I was a hip-hop producer. You probably know that, or, you know, anybody from there. I was a hip-hop producer. I remember they shot at Lil Flip, made Lil Flip get the fuck on out of the Heritage Center. That nigga left his Hump left his fucking ID on the ground. Lil Flip manager. Shout out to Lil Flip and Hump. My Jamie boy. That name don't ring a bell, but I bet you I know his family if he from there. I mean, look here, call me, man. You done got me all off of that. Hit me. Let me get back on this topic. You got me all out the left field with this here, man. I'm happy as hell talking to you. Thank you for letting me know that. But God didn't cause Torio to get killed, family. It was the choices of people. How can us as black men be that ignorant and that non-responsible, family, to blame an entity that you say you don't believe in, you say it's not real, to blame God for Rwanda, to blame God for South Africa, to blame God for Chicago, blame God for Detroit, blame God for New Orleans being the murder capital of the whole United States for about 10 years back in the day. Shit, ain't no bad. You good, fam. You good. You family for real. And voodoo is real. I done told them. I done told them. How convenient, right, Brother Michael? You know? The brother says people would put the responsibility on something they've done on everyone besides themselves. Check it out now. Like I said about the brick wall, family. Would you stand there and watch me argue with the motherfucking wall? I done gave the wall that much power to argue with an apex being, the image of God. No, that's not sane. That's never sane. Yeah, Lex is a douchebag and a whole ass nigga. A shame before God, man, and the animal kingdom. Real shit, family. That nigga would have grew up where we from. That nigga wouldn't be doing that shit right now at this age. So the fuck wouldn't he? So come on, family, everybody. Why are you not responsible, men? Why do you point out God when you're the God of this world and you gave that godhood away to Satan and Donald Trump? It's the same as Punk beating the wife because he had a bad day at work. Ain't that real? Take no responsibility. Oh man, my lady family, hold on. Hey, I'm on the live stream. Don't say too much. What's up?
Has Austin came in?
No, that boy is still with his friends up there doing that game or whatever they doing.
Yeah, nobody's answering the phone I called. Now I'm getting kind of concerned.
You really getting paranoid. You acting like Smother. You know what a Smother is?
He hasn't checked in some hours.
All right, I'm gonna go check when I get off of this.
All right, bye.
Bye. This woman check on this boy 1,000 times a day. When are we going to take responsibility for what's happened in our communities, black people? Everybody say, you know, the white man put all them guns in the community. The white man killed the Black Panthers. That was one of the brothers' comments the other day that I made a comment to. And I told him what the real deal is about the Black Panthers. And I loved the Panthers of the 60s and even the new Black Panther Party. I loved Eldridge Cleaver. I still listen to Eldridge Cleaver's words before he left here and went to Africa. His speeches, I got them downloaded. I love Fred Hampton. And I love to talk about Fred Hampton's story. I love Huey P. Newton because of what he started and what he started out as. But I know that no white man, as much as the crack epidemic was analogous to the city of Detroit, not New York, Detroit, because that's where the crack formula was perfected. And I lived close to it in Detroit. That's where I was born. And yes, it was called the Enterprise. And no, it wasn't about no goddamn New York, family. That dope, that crack, that base that became crack was started in Detroit. The recipe made by chemists that worked in Negroes. Then we got the formula and we sold the formula to our people wholesale. But what happens when you're God and you don't do what the God did for you? Tell you to choose life. The God that you are on the earth, you sell death. Black men, what a God. How? How are you God? Here's the caveat, ladies and gentlemen. Huey P. Newton died a basehead. Excuse me. I say that again. One more time. Say it this way. Huey P. Newton died a basehead. Let me say it one more time, man. Huey P. Newton of the Black Panther Party died a basehead. Most of y'all don't know what base is. I told you. Crack was created in the city that I was born in. The actual formula was perfected by niggas from Detroit. It used to be called free base. When you burn cocaine with a flame, you free it from its base. hence the term freebase. Richard Pryor used to freebase. Did God make Richard Pryor do that movie JoJo Dancer? Did God hold that big ass pipe up to Richard Pryor's mouth and make him think that the bass pipe was talking to him? Rich, you let me get a little empty today. I don't like that. Rich, it's only me and you. Is that the voice of God? Y'all haven't seen JoJo Dancer? Get the movie so you can find out what happened to Richard Pryor. It's a good movie. Richard Pryor searching around on his floor in his house, hands and knees, looking for a piece of that bass. Can't find it. Lighting up lint and shit. Pick it up. Did God make Richard do that? How about when Richard poured that damn alcohol over his head and lit his goddamn self on fire? I wonder, did the Holy Spirit do that? Yeah, he got burnt. That's how he got burnt, Miss Beverly. He did it to himself in a drug binge psychosis. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people haven't even seen the movie JoJo Dancer. J-O-J-O Dancer. Y'all got to watch the movie. And Richard Pryor was a bisexual. He wasn't just gay. He was bisexual. He was ahead of his time, fam. Loved white women and loved some goddamn dick. Richard's best friend, I forget the dude's name, Paul Mooney. An old faggot. Excuse me. Yeah. Rich burned his motherfucking self up, family. Let me ask this one. Did God make Richard Pryor so addicted to cocaine that by Richard's own admission that his own drug dealer told him, nigga, I'm not selling you nothing today. You done been back here this weekend 5 times. You buying the kilos. You smoking kilos of cocaine. Freebasing. I can't sell you that, Rich. Did God do that? How about did God tell Rich, hey, just tell the man, don't worry about it. I ain't going to smoke no more. I'm not going to freebase. I'm just going to snort. If you give me something in half a bird, I'll just snort it. Did God do that? Just like David Ruffin. You see that, Miss Beverly? Richard snorted so much cocaine till he couldn't get high off snorting no more. He had to go to freebase. And liquor. And dick. Excuse me, y'all. Black Dynamite got a funny RP cartoon. I'm going to have to check it out. Yo, did Richard Pryor, I'm telling you, Rich said that the pipe used to talk to him, y'all. Rich said the pipe used to tell him, Richard, you let me get a little bit low the other day. I don't like that. Was that the voice of the Lord? Come here, Richard. Shit. Tell us why the fuck you poured that alcohol over your head. What'd you say? A choice. You did that shit to yourself, Rich? What the fuck? So Huey P. Newton put the bass pipe to his mouth and got on it. God didn't make him do that. Richard Pryor got on the bass pipe so bad that it was talking to him. That was his Holy Ghost. Mm-hmm. Burnt his goddamn self up. Damn near out of here. Richard's love for dick and white women. Did God say that's all right? I believe some of y'all are getting the point now. Where is your accountability, fam? Huh? Oh, I forgot to tell you about this one. You remember Kung Fu? Y'all used to love Kung Fu. Some of you niggas used to damn near idolize them Saturday mornings. You black, you be in there tying up, putting on motherfucking karate gear and shit as an old kid. But what happened to Kung Fu? I think they found Kung Fu in Bangkok, Thailand, with a dildo in his booty and a stocking around his neck, choking and asphyxiating himself. Did God do that? Did God destroy Kung Fu's family when they saw the pictures of their father dead halfway around the world with a dildo in his booty and something tied around his neck to choke himself, to get off? Did God do that? Y'all didn't know that's how Kung Fu died, did you? Y'all know who Kung Fu was, you remember? Died overseas getting off. And why do all these people go to Thailand? Because so many of them are child predators. So many of them are bisexuals. They have an extremely large transsexual population in Thailand. Mm-hmm. Autoeroticism. Yep. That's his name, David Carradine, I believe it is. Look it up and see if I'm tripping. Died getting off. The bad way, that way, you feel me? But God did that, you know? Exactly, see that? Try anything. Trisexual. Indeed, love, son. God didn't do any of the things that I just said to y'all. Hey, how about yesterday? Did God make Lex Vortex take advantage of that sister that brought him in his house, in her house, and she didn't know him from Johnny Appleseed, and he stole her money and then laughed at her autistic child the other day? God make Lex do that? Hell no. Yeah, pedophiles everywhere. Every motherfucking where. Israel Doctrine's a pedophile. Excuse me. Did God make Bambaataa become a sexual predator? Did God do that? Beautiful. That's when I'm going to stop. See, I was waiting on somebody to say that. Miss Beverly said it. Because I was just going to keep on going on. If this took 4 hours, I was just going to keep on giving you situation after situation that God didn't do, but you did. Miss Beverly says, choices, everybody has choices to be made. That shit should be on the best-selling t-shirt ever. Shout out to E40. He said everybody got choices. That yes, no song. Miss Beverly says everybody got choices. I say you got choices. And even the Bible says you got choices. But the Bible says choose life. Don't choose to point at God when you're down here shitting and making a mess and won't clean it up. Be responsible. Is that all right, family? The easiest and the hardest word to say is no. Life more abundant, man. Here we go. Corbin, what's happening? Did God put homosexuals in the world? And did God make everything? So is God to blame for homosexuality? Good question. Great answer. I'll use it again. Everybody has choices. No one is born with a sexual perversion. Sexual attraction is indeed partly a learned behavior and partly semi-instinctual, meaning you have a drive that is innate. But I said to you, there was no one born a homosexual, a bisexual. Let's take hermaphrodite out of the equation. All of you people, when you look down and you see a single penis with two balls, willy lump lump. All of you ladies, that when you look down and you see the two melons and the camel toe, some of y'all women got moose knuckles and shit. They're a moose knuckle. When you look at that and you even analyze the brain, its composite makeup, its chemical makeup, it even tells you what to be attracted to. Not the brain itself, but the chemicals in the brain that produce what are called hormones. And you being able to identify with what a hormone is through your feelings, through your actions, or otherwise. I said nobody's born gay. Everybody's born with what Miss Beverly said. See? A choice. God does not make straight or homosexual people. God makes humans with an innate ability, partly instinctual, yet drive, and partly learned. Let's not forget that I said learned behavior. Did God create the homosexual? When does God's choices ever override your choice? Here's a question for you. I got to ask you that again. When in billions of years, when has God's choice ever overrode your choice? Moose knuckle. Homos are made, not born. That's true. Transgression against God's laws, that's true. Sex is supposed to reproduce humanity. That's true and prime and absolute. If you're born with testicles, that means that you're born in a construct already. Part of that is set up for you. All that's left is to identify with the flesh. Oh, this is a penis. It joins up and mates up biologically with a vagina. Inside the vagina are sexually reproductive organs that I don't have. Watch this, family. The brother said sex is supposed to reproduce humanity. I told you guys years ago what negative birth rate is. Negative birth rate is when you have more people dying than being born. Remember that. Negative birth rate. That means more people dying than being born. You, mind you, all of you dark people, black and brown around the world, are not in negative birth rate to the tune that Europeans and Caucasians are of all kinds. Even so much to the tune that in Great Britain, there are white women that leave Great Britain to go and find Maasai warriors to get impregnated, to get impregnated. But all of those things, even the women that come from the UK to come here, even negative birth rate, that's exactly why the homosexual agenda is being forced to get rid of the unwanted population. It's a choice. It's a choice. And the reason black people are not in negative birth rate is because we have chosen more times than not, and we still use Planned Parenthood to kill our babies, but we still more times than not choose life. And in that sense, nature proves to you the order. It proves to you the order of prime beings. And it definitely asserts the fact that your point and purpose here, after receiving your body, consciousness, is to know that you are a reproductive being. Some of these brothers have forgot, ain't no eggs in the asshole. Ain't no eggs in the asshole. I know some of you niggas love eggs. But ain't none in the asshole. Kev Gates says he eats booty. If you don't eat the booty, you know, you ain't doing the thing. But what man ever birthed a baby by eating asshole? You see, everything that is sexual that does not produce life intended by the Creator is to be called that perversion. Part of that is the sin of man in the garden. Learning how to violate and manipulate the prime call to man to be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, and to rule it and subdue it. When man wants to not do his responsibility, he perverts it. When the man don't want to have a baby, that you got to be stuck with this woman and you got to take care of and invest in this child, what does the man do? The man learns how to pull the penis out and shoot the seed on the ground. Put an asterisk by this. Some of these niggas in the community should have been shot on the ground, shot in a garbage can, shot outside. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is you have a purpose here. Homosexuality is a cop-out. Homosexuality is a cop-out of your responsibility as prime genetic, the God of this world, the spirit and image of God. But then after we choose to cut our dick off, like Bruce Jenner, family, chop your dick off. Suck your fat out of your booty. Throw that on your chest, men doing that. Chop your dick and balls off. Throw your ass meat on your chest. Get Botox, all kind of fat injections, anything, anywhere. But God did that. Let me ask you a very frank question, anybody. What the fuck God got to do with Bruce Jenner? Is that his name, Bruce Jenner? What in the fuck do God that created this motherfucking man, this monstrosity, created him just like I just told you? With a choice, but a penis and balls. Instinct. What God got to do with that? And if God ain't got nothing to do with a man going to lay up and let somebody flay you open like a fucking frog, if God ain't got nothing to do with that, getting your penis flipped inside out to make a vagina, if God didn't do that, who the fuck did? You and that goddamn doctor and the love of money and the lust of the flesh. That's who did it. That's the God that you need to be blaming. Bruce Jenner wants to be a 70-year-old woman. And we look at Bruce Jenner family in any righteousness. How can you, in any sane mind, look at this motherfucking man and say God did that? Look how this man was suffering for all these years. Wanted to get out of that body. He was trapped in that body. You just said what I proved. He was made in a body. Everybody got choices, Miss Beverly said, and E40 said. His choice was to lie to the community and then come out to the community. Not talking about the fucked up perception he has now of his family. They got to accept him because they love him. But what do those women that go up and lay up and have real babies in his house? Kim Kardashian. She knows the right way, but her daddy got a demon, the spirit of the Antichrist. What does that do in the mind of a child? Not a grown kid, but a little child. See your daddy, you a faggot. See your mama, you a lesbian. And then mama get AIDS and daddy ain't no more because get that dick chopped off like the Jenner man. And somebody, anybody, says God did that. You see how fucking foolish and non-responsible you can be and you are with that statement? Fools. Real talk, Blackwood. Don't lie on Jesus. Y'all, they got a Queen James Bible out now. Did you know that? Queen James. Did God write that? I'm going to tell you, God didn't write the King James. Excuse me. Some of these motherfuckers act like God stuck his hand out the clouds from the dimension of the unseen into Erasmus's living room and scribbled down those notes. Let me get off of that because I don't want to start no shit. But a damn shame, family. Queen James, brother. I promise you, check it out. Everything I say to y'all that sound crazy, Google it, watch, you're going to see that. You can even order one today. It's a white Bible with a rainbow on it. Queen James. For the homosexuals. Did God write that? Did God tell these motherfucking homosexuals to pick up a Bible and think that you ain't got to change? Peace, Revolutionary Visions. Shalom. Are you going on Solar Show? What's Solar doing? Nah, I probably won't be on Solar Show. That's rabbit crazy. What's Solar Mind Show about, fam? Because I'm about to let y'all go out of here. We done beat this horse to death. Everybody know. Oh, talking about Lex. Man. Yeah. Everybody will be talking about Lex for the next probably year. An epic fail, man. It's not on yet. Man, I heard somebody say this nigga bought a goddamn sex doll with that woman's money, man. The nigga was so mad yesterday, family. Lex sent me about 5 texts threatening to kill me. And I told this nigga here, boy, if you could kill me, I swear to God, you wouldn't do it. Because you's a whole ass nigga, straight up. And what the fuck you think I'm going to be doing when you trying to kill me? Are you sneaking around in the bushes like a motherfucking clucker dog? What you think Mike going to be doing? Waiting on you, waiting on you, waiting on you, waiting on you to kill me? Fuck you talking about whole ass nigga. Come on, what are you going to do? You ain't going to do shit. That's what the fuck you going to do. Sending me a text after text. Mad to the motherfucker. Then at the end of the day, tell me, oh Mike, why don't you leave me alone? You already exposed me. I'm gonna show y'all all these texts. Yes, Lex, whole ass nigga. I'm showing it. Threatening to kill me, boy. But I said, where the fuck am I gonna be at when you killing me, dog? What I'm gonna be doing? Laying there? Fucking fool ass nigga. Family, it's been real, man. I want to tell everybody thank you for coming through here. Been a fun show, man. But I'm challenging y'all. Stop with the apathy. Your arms don't look tired to me. Lex need to take that walk with Chris and Snoop for that bullshit. Okay? Okay. Sean Asher says, I don't even subscribe to King James Freemason Bible. Now there's a Queen James Bible. This is so wicked. Damn desperate. That's crazy. Family, tell everybody you know that there's a goddamn Queen James Bible. Yeah, the Dirty South don't play. Never did, never will. Yo, RBG, what's that in Taz's beard? Conk. Just for me. No lie, relaxer. Don't leave that shit in too long. That's what's in that motherfucker hair. Hair crack, you dig it? That nigga got free base for his motherfucking beard, family. Tazariak, your beard is on free base, G. I bet you when that nigga be standing out there at camp and Tazariak get to sweating with all that fucking leather on, looking like a sadomasochist, I bet you he smelled just like the lake of fire. The Bible said the lake of fire is burning, gonna be burning with sulfur and brimstone. What sulfur smell like when you get to burning? That's a match. You know, you smell what a fucking match smell like. That's what Tazariak smell like when he get to sweating out there with all that goddamn conch on his beard. Nigga using Ravine, family. Y'all know what Ravine is? Woo! I believe Tazariak conks his nose hairs, family. Standing out there sweating like crazy. His beard, family, at the beginning of the show, when they start off the camp, his beard down here. You dig it? 40 minutes into the videos, this nigga beard is this small, smelling like sulfur, and then drew up. That motherfucker, that damn nappy ether, man. You can ravine your shit all you want to. That sweat hit them roots in that water. Shit, you gonna have to go back to the go back to the beauty section in Walmart, family. And I tell you, I bet you Tazariak got that goddamn conch stacked up in that bathroom, in that medicine cabinet under the sink. Brother probably got conk all in his car. Little fix up bottles of conk before you get out and go on sign at the camera. Let me quick conk right quick. And take the water bottle and rinse it with. That's a motherfucking choice. Ain't nobody. Did the Lord make this boy conk his goddamn beard, family? Did the Lord tell Tazariah, thou shalt conk? Yo, bruh, if Tazariah was Moses and you went to meet the Lord to speak face to face with him, I bet that the Lord would have told you, nigga, don't get down here with your motherfucking beard conked. Woo! Tazariak, brother. Bro said I started blowing out my shit with the dryer. Fam, I'm finna, look, that's a good way. If you got, you just got to do it. Use the dryer, right? And then get you some holding spray so that shit don't shrink up on you too bad. But do what my mama used to do with my sisters, man. My mama would never go by no goddamn ravine and bullshit like that, fam. Thou shalt not conk. That's what the commandment should be. It should be written in the commandments for Tazariak and for Jermaine Jackson. Jermaine Jackson shall not use eye smut on his hair. Y'all know what a writer is, y'all. I've been in the music for a long time. So a writer is a list of requests that, when you go do a show and you get your deposit, you come in, you want to be comfortable and stuff. A writer is a list to the people that's doing the venue. I want this in the room. I want that in the room. This, that, and this, and that. Do you not know our brother Jermaine Jackson got his own goddamn personal formula for not only conking his goddamn hair, fam, but making his hair black? This nigga used raw charcoal. It's on the fucking rider. I'm telling you, y'all think I'm lying. Jermaine Jackson made a goddamn charcoal paste, and on the rider is like a compass. You know the compass in the school? What is that? A compass or a protractor? It's made like a ruler, but it's oval shaped like the sun, half moon. This nigga used that goddamn compass or the protractor, whatever compass. He used that or whatever the name of that shit is. And the motherfucking hair smut, eye smut, they used to call it back in the day, man. Mascara and shit. He melted the motherfucking mascaras down. He melt and crush up all the charcoal and put about 10 other items inside of this shit, man. Jermaine Jackson put on his hair. When y'all get a chance, Google Jermaine Jackson's hair. Google eye smut and Jermaine Jackson. Google Jermaine Jackson's rider. R-Y-D-E-R, or some people spell it R-I-D-E-R. It's not that way, but this nigga, if you don't get Jermaine Jackson some charcoal, you ain't gonna have no goddamn show. And I would imagine Tazariak is the same goddamn way. You do a lecture, you don't have no goddamn ravine for this nigga, he probably will act a fucking fool. Probably turn into Taz, the Tasmanian devil. Spinning around. Taz needs that conk before he hits 125th. He got to have that conk before he get on 125th. Brother, I seen this nigga here one video. Tazariak beard, brother, had an unnatural sheen. You don't see beard shining like this without the 1980s and S-Curl activator family. Y'all know what the S-Curl is, an activator? God damn. This nigga's beard was fucking shining like nigga sprayed Armor All or Black Magic on Cat's beard, man. I said an unnatural sheen, family. This shit here, man, you could see from down the block like jewelry catching, you know, the light spectrum and shit. You see it flickering. This nigga beard bling bling. I don't know if this boy put Armor All or Black Magic on his motherfucking beard that day. The brother, I had never seen a nigga's beard shine like that. And then every few words, you know, beard shake when you talk, you see a little drip pop off. So look at this nigga with that activator out there on 125th. Sprayed down with activator in the summer, about to just come burst into flames. Yes, he combs his afro too and uses a comb instead of the pick, man. I told Tazariak and all the other cats, man, stop using a comb on your goddamn beard, boy. You gonna pull your fucking scalp off one day. Much less tearing your roots out, my nigga. Cap used a comb on his beard. I mean on his hair. That's why Cap afro looked like that, man. He done tore half of it out. And the other half got brittle from the conch. So he just got to waste all of his energy, put it all into the beard. Ravine and Black Magic or Armor All. If you don't have that for Tazariak, you won't have no lecture from Taz, man. What about beard dreads, Mike? Yeah, that beard get brittle, man, on him. And I would imagine Tazariak probably searching for any and everything. Because he one of them super brews. You know what I'm saying? You know what the super brew is? Super brew would walk down the motherfucking street with a sword. A medieval sword, man. Leather from head to toe. Spikes. Spikes. Nigga into sadomasochism, family. And sweating so goddamn hard, you pull this nigga collar to the side, steam come out. And on top of all of that, misspelled words on the head garment and goddamn conch, family, smelling like sulfur. So Sunday Force. Yo, that nigga. Watch this, fam. Bambaataa and Tazariak with them clothes on. This how they look like they should come out and be seen. Like a nigga had their hands like this and be looking out of an alley. Party people, where the babies at? You dig it? Where the... Y'all got some conch over this motherfucker. Tazariak. Y'all some weird niggas, man. This fucking Planet Rock shit y'all trying to resurrect in 2018. Tazariak and Africa Bambaataa, brother. Y'all need to go do a goddamn single together, man. Party people. You can't see nothing but this nigga nose on the side of the wall and the fingers and the eyes. Where the babies at? Wearing thigh highs. Yo, I believe Tazariak do wear thigh highs or knee highs. Cause this nigga wear them Brogans and shit. Y'all know what Brogans is? Them army boots. Boy, I know you be hot than a motherfucker out there. That's really why he almost killed Polite that time. It wasn't over over Katazar, the white Russian. With the lot, this nigga put a ring pop in his head garment the other day. A purple ring pop in Katazar's fucking head garment, family. Fucking dog collar head garments. They go to the damn feed store, snatch the thickest goddamn dog collar they could put on, And then Katazai, with his special ass, grab him a ring pop from the dollar store, a blueberry ring pop, and throw that on the motherfucking head garment too, family. This motherfucker got a ring pop in his motherfucking brother, I got the picture. Nigga got a motherfucking blueberry ring pop in his goddamn dog collar / head garment, family. I guess when you get hungry, standing out there like a motherfucking slave in the sun for General Yohana, who's a sodomite, you got to have something to eat. So you reach up there in your dog collar and lick your motherfucking ring pop and put that back, I guess. I don't know. A goddamn ring pop, family, stuck in his yeah, get a little sugar. Get a little sugar rush, man, when you standing out there online talking about you hate yourself for 12 hours, you know what I mean? Got to have a little sugar rush, man. I asked the boy yesterday I think it was yesterday or the day before, inside of this chat. I say, my nigga, is ISUPK the home of the 501c3? You think this nigga here act like he's Stevie Wonder and shit? I ain't see that. 50 what? Fucking 501c3, a black nationalist group, man. The told master, boss, go inside. Didn't we tell you it's too goddamn hot out here for you, master? Give us the horse and let us kill these niggas. And master, please, when I come back, get me some of that good comp out the top. I got to go, y'all. Y'all gonna make me. Purple gold. He'd be going in on his ass. Try to holler back. He ain't gonna say nothing, fam. Cause he know I know the truth about the Israelite history that they won't tell people about, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, let's just say it quickly. Did y'all know the ISUPK teaches that they're not Africans and, you know, to hate Africans, basically. Don't fuck with them. But did y'all know the first Israelite groups and ordained Israelite rabbi by the name of Josiah Ford, he came bearing the name Royal Ethiopian Hebrew Order. I showed all this before. That's why Tazariak mum's the word. They come over here, sneak over here at 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to attack my channel, and YouTube laugh at these motherfuckers. We're going to do part 6 or 7, man. Part 6 of the 7-part series tomorrow night. Crickets, man, on the W or 501c3. Crickets on the fact that General Yohana is a sodomite. Wrap your head around that, family. Crickets. When I asked this nigga here, how you going to say that General Yohana is only second to Christ? What happened to Moses and Joshua and Abraham, my nigga? What happened to the Israelite boys, the tribe progenitors? What happened to Jesus' mother and his sister and his brother, nigga? General Yohana's way before that. And he teaching y'all, eat booty like groceries, and if your wife want it up the ass, jump in. Peanut butter, fudge, popsicles for everybody. A fucking sodomite with a 501c3. Making Tazariak lose and abort his purpose on earth. But that's what you're doing, Tazariak. You could be great, brother. If you that much of a goddamn fool over nothing, cause that's what y'all represent, nothing, man. Look at you now. I say you got a fucking 501c3. You're in the same category with Joyce Meyer, dude, and Jimmy Swain and shit. Shambach, R.W. Shambach, all of them, ain't no difference between him and General Yohana. Kenneth Copeland and Tazariak on the same fucking list, man. General Yohana and Kenneth Copeland. Y'all ever thought you'd hear that? Warfare, what's happening, man? General Yohana probably would drink the douche bottle. He probably would tell the woman, "Don't worry about it. Leave it seasoned, baby. I want the whole shebang. Leave the little crumbs in the motherfucker. Don't do shit. Give me that to drink after I finish eating the whole watermelon and the whole hen and shit." General Yohana's a nasty nigga, man. Sitting up there teaching anal sex is okay. Anal sex, and Tazariak love it. Him and Katazar skipping down the street. They get to go get drunk, go get to have sex with white women, rape them or not. Just do whatever you want to do as far as GMS say. Kill black men and love the white man and get a 501c3 and rock with that preacher that pulled the lever. He say, "Money coming, pull the lever." Lady Gatorade. Yes, this man will eat a whole fucking watermelon and a hen. A whole hen. General Yohana can't even walk no more that good. I seen him on the video. This nigga got an old mixed breed Rottweiler. Got to pull his big ass up the goddamn steps because General Yohana got a stomach full of sodomy and red meat and pork and shit. Then ate his goddamn self, unhealthy family, but he second only to Christ. What's wrong with him? Gluttony, family. That's what's wrong with that big nigga. Sin, family. Slavery, family. Everything that was wrong with the slaves of, the transatlantic slave trade, eating slop and shit like a hog. General Yohana eats the same shit. How do I know what he eating? That's what Tazariak can say right now. How you know what the general eating? My nigga, I can look at his body and tell what he's fucking eating. He's probably drinking Crisco, the shortening, the thick shit that your mama used to keep and get out of Albertson and shit. And you finish frying the fish, you can pour it back in the shortening can and the shit get hard again. And all that shit sitting up in General Yohana's stomach and his heart lining and his arteries. Not a dietary law to first, family. These niggas barbecuing on the Sabbath, kindling a fire, and turning away African babies on the Sabbath, and eating pork and getting drunk. Pork ribs on sale from the 501c3 status that you could go get all the Walmart throwaway meat, because that's what y'all eating. Excuse me. Yeah, General Yohana smell like motherfucking salami. Smell like goddamn hog head cheese, family. Y'all ever had, they barbecue on the Shabbat. You didn't know that, fam? I told Tazariak this, and this nigga know I ain't lying. I told that motherfucker this 3 to 4 years ago. I said, "Gee, how the fuck is you barbecuing and the scriptures say don't kindle a fire on the Shabbat?" You telling the people to follow the law. G-Money, ain't the fire kindling breaching the law? And y'all niggas ain't got no rams out there. Because a ram is for the sin of ignorance in the law, family. Abraham got one. Abraham thought his son was Jesus Christ. And he was just mistaken. You know what I mean? God gave him a ram, not a lamb. Y'all ever wonder why that happened? Why God gave Abraham a ram? Check the Levitical law. Abraham didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And Abraham was confused. God was manifesting himself to Abraham in so many ways. Abraham's head was spinning. You know your head got to be spinning. You think God said kill your own goddamn child. You know, niggas need to niggas need a ram, family. But knowing General Yohana, he'd eat the motherfucking ram. Have Tazariot cutting the ram's horns off and shit. They'll eat the ram on the Sabbath. Knowing they ain't priests and they ain't supposed to be eating the meat because the priests were given the meat. Y'all ever thought about that? Y'all ever thought about all of them barbecues that the Israelites had all through the week? Right? Not on the Sabbath. What happened to all that goddamn meat? Y'all ever thought about that? That was for the priests and their families. Priests took that sacrificed meat home and they ate good. Yeah, it's in the Bible. And Tazariot and them barbecue on the Sabbath. Pork and teach sodomy. And tell the white man, please, if y'all upgrade our 501c3 status to not even have to call ourselves black no more. These cats are clowns, man. I'm gonna snatch off a doorknob and throw that motherfucker on your neck. That's Israel. Not. Niggas were mad at me, told me I'm supposed to be wearing a priest garment. I told them niggas, you think you think I'm gonna put that shit on? You done lost your motherfucking mind, goddammit. I'm not going. You can't pay me to put that bullshit on. Number one, you're not supposed to wear it outside of the temple and you're in captivity. You've been over here for over 450 fucking years and you still dizzy. What are you doing on the corner with a fucking priest garment on? Trying to be a wonder. That's what the fuck you're doing, G. And that shit ain't even priest garments. Because if you read the book of Leviticus, I don't see Tazariot and them with no breastplates on the way that the Levites did it. Ain't say nothing about no motherfucking spikes in the book of Leviticus, family. It didn't say nothing about spikes, family. And leather and shit. I would imagine the Israelites had an abundance of leather, though, because they sacrificing a lot of skins out there. With Tazariot. God damn, this nigga had a true Holocaust shirt on and said the slavery story about all black folk, you know what I'm saying, it ain't really what it was. They ain't come from Africa. Tazariot telling the world he was picked up in Damascus, y'all. This nigga was picked up in the Pur and throw it on the slave ship in the Pur. Fucking fool. Y'all, let me go, man. God damn, got me talking about Tazariot and this motherfucking conk, family. Y'all, listen here. It's been real, family. I love y'all. Thank each and every one of y'all for coming, man. And do this for me before y'all go. I like IUIC better. Me too. But at the same time, IUIC got a goddamn 501c3 too and a bunch of police in their midst. But, you know, I don't judge them for that. But I do like them better. At least they're not trashy. You know what I mean? Yeah, General Hana feeding them poison. You ever seen a condor? How they feed their babies? How most birds feed their babies? They just land on them and throw up in their mouth and shit, spit in their mouth. That's how Taz getting fed, man. Puke. Love Son, Covert X for righteous black folk, revolutionary visions. Say Covert X. My brother Mikhail Ben Yisrael, Love Son, home, my home. Miss Beverly, blessed to you, sister. Righteous black folks at home. Sean Asher, peace to you. Who else was in here? Warfarin, you gotta say Warfarin. Shout out to Warfarin Obey. Who else is in here, man? A lot of comments tonight. A lot of comments. Well, y'all, I'm gonna say with that, man, peace and black power. And I love everybody. I love you all. Peace, Brother Sean.